Thank you, Sandra. Moving on. Ministry of Public Service and Delivery Management, CS Moses Kuria, said NYS will have the establishment of a call center under the partial program to be domiciled at NYS headquarters. The NYS call center will handle feedback and complaints about public service delivery. He said the ministry will identify employment opportunities in the government and private sectors, as well as employment opportunities outside Kenya for NYS graduates. Emmanuel Wabomba brings us the full story.
In a move aimed at improving service delivery in the country's public service sector, Ministry of Public Service and Delivery Management CS Moses Kuria has announced that all government employees will be required to complete National Youth Service NYS training before being absorbed into their respective positions.
Na mwambie vijana, ndoto yangu, kabla mtu aandikwe kazi ya serikali, lazima apitie NYS. So that even those people who are going to be in the Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Water, Ministry of Land, we make sure that we can trace them back. We have traceability from the factory where they were created. And that factory is right here in NYS. Ndio nikiona mtu akona ufisadi, analegalega, mimi nitakuja niulize DG, hii ndio ulifunza huyu mtu kweli alipitia mikono yake. Sasa because we come from nowhere, we have no way of tracing back. So I want to ensure that I push this policy, and I'm going to present a cabinet memo for cabinet to approve, that any new hiring in the public service, mtu akuje ameuma certificate ya NYS kwa meno.
Speaking during the unveiling of the NYS Reengineering program in Nairobi, Kuria outlined 6 measures aimed at enhancing the services provided by the NYS.
And for you, to ensure that we expand this national service to be in all spheres, in our security, in our environment, in our agriculture, everywhere that the government of Kenya requires manpower, it must start with NYS. But for us to do that, we have to be sustainable. And that's why for me, this pillar of commercialization, the pillar of enterprise development.
One of the measures announced by Kuria was the establishment of National Youth Service Enterprise, a company that will bid competitively for both national, county and private tenders.
We are working under the instruction of His Excellency the President to create a company to be known as NYS Enterprises that is going to compete with other companies to build roads, to build houses, to carry out agriculture, even to do mining.
Further, a NYS call center under the Pasha program will be established to handle feedback and complaints about public service delivery.
Wanakuja kwako for approvals, unafikiria serikali ni yako, unasahau kwamba ni wananchi wamekupatia ruhusa. These wananchi, I'll give them a chance to come and report. And you know what? I am going to have a very huge back office and call center to analyze those complaints. And guess where that call center and back office is going to be? It's going to be right here at the NYS. So wale ambao wamezoea kulegalega, mimi asubuhi nitakuwa nakuja hapa kila asubuhi, naambiwa wizara ya mashamba, hapo ndio wananchi wanalalamika. Idara ya polisi, hapo ndio wananchi wanalalamika. Pale Kenya Power.
Kuria also highlighted that the ministry will identify employment opportunities in the government, private sector and outside Kenya for NYS graduates.
Mimi naenda kutafutia hao vijana kwa serikali, kwa private sector, huko ngambo. It is going to be an ecosystem of 1 million jobs. Vile nirudia vile nimesema, either young man, young woman, either you are in NYS or you are nowhere. Tafadhali, Google map ya Kenya itakuwa NYS.
He emphasized that guards manning government buildings will be drawn from the NYS to facilitate the integration into the public service.
Na nitaingia kwa hizo maofisi zote. Kabla uchukue guard wa kuchunga hiyo building, kutoka kwa kampuni private kwanza ukuja hapa NYS.
Additionally, public service will establish over 800 Huduma centers across the country, which will be run by NYS officers.
NYS will be the center of gravity in this country. And I want to tell the young people in this country, we have hope. There is a better tomorrow. And we cannot absorb all young people in this country. But we will set for them a living example. We will raise a bar and show that there can be hope.
The CS highlighted that the young men and women in the NYS will eventually replace the elderly in various roles, and in partnership with the National Police Service, 3,000 officers will be recruited from the NYS by the end of the year, with an additional 1,500 employed in the KWS.
Mtu akifikisha miaka 60, tafadhali enda nyumbani. Kuna wengine akifika 58, saa hiyo ndio nakumbuka ako na disability ya jicho moja, ndio aongezewe muda. Hapana, nimewashika. Na bwana PS, I'm waiting for your report. The next intake in the next 2 months for the National Police Service of 3,000 police officers will be recruited exclusively from the National Youth Service.
Finally, he approved the recruitment of 15,000 individuals for the police force in the next cycle, with the condition that they pass through NYS for eligibility into the program.
Kijana, kama uko nyumbani unangojea sijui kazi ya jeshi, kazi ya polisi, kazi ya rangers, kazi ya msitu, my friend, start making your way to Ruaraka. Start looking for the enrollment. Tuko na mpango ya kwamba hata hawa paramilitary mwaka huu ukifika January we are recruiting, ile recruitment ingine tulifanya 10,000. Ikifika January we are recruiting 15,000.
Emmanuel Wabomba, Maisha Prime, Maisha Television.